Have you hit a plateau in your weight loss journey? If you are on weight loss medications like Tirzepatide, which is Zepbound or Mounjaro, or semaglutide like Wegovy or Ozempic, when should you increase your dose, right? Hello, 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 bold, brave, and brilliant ladies and gentlemen. So good to be here with all of you. Welcome to Zepbound Journey with Ange. I'm Angela Durant. My friends call me Ange, and you can too. And I have been on Zepbound since February. Can you believe it? February of 2024, almost 9 months as of this recording. And many people have said to me that they regretted titrating up or increasing their dose so quickly. They said that once you hit the highest dose, there's really no place for you to go, right? So I am currently on 12.5 milligrams of Zepbound, which is a Tirzepatide, and I jumped up pretty fast to 12.5 milligrams. I went from, so let me just break down what the doses look like. So the lowest dose of Tirzepatide is 2.5 milligrams, and that's where people typically start. I did not start there, but the lowest is 2.5, then it goes to 5 milligrams, then it's 7.5, then you go up to 10, then you can go to 12.5, and then you can go to 15 is the highest. I didn't start at 2.5 only because my doctors knew that I could tolerate the medication because I had been on Ozempic and Saxenda prior to starting on Zepbound. So I started at 5 milligrams, and then I jumped from 5 to 10 milligrams. I skipped 7.5. I jumped to 10 milligrams, and then I was going to stay at 10 milligrams, but then we experienced the shortage. And because of the shortage, I couldn't get the 10 milligrams. And I noticed when I went to Wegmans is where I use the pharmacy there at Wegmans. And when I went there, they had a refrigerator. I noticed they had like 12.5 in there. Right? So I asked if they could get 12.5. They said yes, but they're having a hard time getting 10. So I went back to my doctor and asked if I could titrate up or increase to 12.5 so I could get the medication. And she said yes. And so I've been on 12.5 for quite some time now. I'll tell you, when I first started Zepbound, at the 5 milligrams, in the first week, I lost 10 pounds. When I was and I kept losing. And then by the time I got to my fifth week, in the first week, I lost 10 pounds. Each month I was losing. When I got to the fifth month, I was down 50 pounds. So I was averaging about 10 pounds a month. And then at 6 months, I was down to 60 pounds. So I was gradually losing. So I thought by the time I get to 9 months, I'm going to be down 90 pounds. But that's not what happened. I'm currently on 12.5 milligrams. I've been here, like I mentioned, for about 5 months. Like I want to say I've had like 5 refills, right? But the problem is over the past 4 weeks or so, I've been struggling to lose weight. I've been going up and down between these 2 to 4 pounds, right? And my current weight is 232 pounds. My lowest weight on Zepbound was 228. I was so happy to be in the 220s. So I've been asking myself some questions here, right? So I have been just going up and back and forth. Now, I will say that I've been traveling quite a bit, and that's why I haven't seen all of you as often. But I've been traveling quite a bit, and when I travel, and this may be the same for you, I gain weight, whether I'm flying or if I'm going to conventions, and I've been doing a lot of that, and I've been eating outside of my normal routine, and there have been all kinds of treats left in my hotel room, and all those things, and so that has thrown me off my typical schedule. And that may be part of the cause of me not being able to lose the weight. Now, I'm really happy I'm not gaining a tremendous amount of weight. However, I'm still on this journey and I still have a lot more to lose. So I've been asking myself the following questions. And let me ask you this too. Have you experienced a plateau? Are you at that point where your weight loss is slowing down? Let me know. Please comment in the, leave your comment. I would love to know. So these are the questions that I've been asking myself. Number one, have I reached my peak, right? And by that, I mean, the studies show that tirzepatide on average can help you lose up to 21% of your body weight, right? So that's what, in the studies, that's what people lost on average. And that's where I am right now. I'm around between 21%, and at my lowest at 228 is 23% of my body weight has been lost, right? So I'm right there where it says you should be. However, I notice a lot of people lose way more, and I want to lose way more too, right? But I will tell you, I want to tell you a story about a friend of mine, because I talked to a friend a couple of weeks ago whose doctor, she's on semaglutide, and her doctor told her that they recommended bariatric surgery to help her lose the rest of her weight, that the medication was not going to help her achieve her ultimate goal of weight loss. And I was really stunned by that. I thought, really? That a doctor is saying, even with the medication, they still want you to have surgery. That really surprised me. I am not going back. For many of you who know, I have had gastric bypass surgery. I had lap band surgery. No more surgeries for me. If this is the most weight that I can lose, and I'm hoping it isn't, but if this is the absolute most weight that I can lose, I'm happy. I'm happy where I am. I feel good about where I am. I can move. I can walk. I can fit into my cute clothes. Would I love to lose more? Yes, I feel like I'm only halfway there. But if this is as good as it gets, I'm okay. I will stay here over choosing surgery, because I've done so much before. And now I know that I've had doctors who have said, oh yeah, well, you can get the sleeve. You can get the gastric sleeve. And I know with the sleeve, you can lose a lot of weight too, but I'm done with surgeries. As of right now, I'm done with surgery. So if this is as good as it gets, this is where I will remain. But I was surprised to hear a doctor say that, because I think the medications are so good. But I guess it depends on how much you have to lose, and at what point it's impacting your health, right? So that was the first question I was asking myself. The next question I was asking, is the medication still working for me? And I believe that it is working, but there have been a few things that made me think it's not as powerful as it was. It doesn't feel as powerful as it once did. And that leads me to my third question that I'm asking myself are my cravings for food, for those sugary foods, for starch, for carbs, is that coming back? And I've heard people say, oh, even at 15, I'm getting cravings again. They're coming back. And I hope not. I wouldn't say that I've had like really loud food noise. However, over the last couple of weeks, I felt like my cravings are coming back. But I've been eating things that I don't normally eat, right? I've been eating more sweets, more carbs than I typically eat. And the question I was asking myself is, if you have this guard in place, I always talk about the medication being like having a guard at the door of your brain, right? Because for me, the medication it changes my brain chemistry, right? It helps me eliminate those cravings and food noise. And that's the most powerful part for me. So the question is, if I continue to eat candy or whatever treats that people are leaving me in my room, right? Or I'm purchasing any cookies or things like that. If I continue to do that, will I break down the barrier? Will I break down the barrier and my body starts craving it again? So that was another question that I asked myself as I felt like the cravings were starting to come back. The fourth question that I asked myself is, am I doing everything that I should be doing to continue to lose the weight? Right? So I have to hold myself accountable. I'm the boss of me. And the question I asked myself was, am I doing everything that I know that I should be doing? Right? And the answer to that is I'm doing it, but not 100% like I can, right? I have to be held accountable. And I would say, do I drink all the water that I'm supposed to? I don't get in 64 ounces of water every day. I try to drink it. I've got my bottle here. I'm drinking water. But do I get it in every single day? No. Do I exercise every single day? No. My goal is to exercise 5 times a week. I'm doing more strength training now. I think that that's helping me. At least I'm feeling it. I feel weak. And sometimes if I'm hurting too bad, I exercise every other day to give my body a rest. So that was a question I had to ask myself, like, are you doing everything? And I feel like this will be a reset for me because I need to get back in it, head down, sleeves up, and really go at it. The 5th question that I asked myself is it time to increase my dose? Is it time to increase my dose? Is it time to titrate up? And the last time I saw my doctor, I said, I think the medication is still working. I'm going to ride out this 12.5 for another month. And so she prescribed it the last visit. She's like, okay, if you think you don't need it yet, then let's stick with the 12.5, right? That was before now, right? That was last month, maybe 4 to 6 weeks ago. Okay, so the question is, do I increase my dose from 12.5 milligrams up to the highest dose? So let me show you, I'll share with you what I currently look like. So this morning I weighed in at 232, 231.8, something like that. And I'll show you what I'm looking like. Might be hard to tell in this, but I'm wearing kind of like a jogger suit today. And this is me. This is what I'm looking like. Take this off too, my sweater off, but this is what I'm looking like. I have this cute little jogger suit on. Feel comfortable in it, right? But this is what I'm looking like. And I feel really good. And so, yes, I want to continue to lose weight. I feel like I'm only, based on the number that my nutritionist gave me, she wants me to get down to 170 pounds. So I'm halfway there, right? I still have a lot more to lose, but I feel pretty good, right? I'm feeling really good in my skin. I feel lighter when I'm walking around. My knees aren't hurting. My back's not hurting. I get a little stiff, but I'm an older gal, so I do get a little stiff, but I can do all the things in the gym. I get on the elliptical. I feel really good. And again, I want to keep losing, right? Like most of you, I want to keep losing. Okay, so before I get into, I'm able to go up to the highest dose, my doctor requires me to answer questions. So when I requested, I said to her, okay, yep, I'm ready to move up. I think it's time for me to go to 15. I've been riding out 12.5 for a long time, and it's time for me to go up. I feel like I need to break the plateau that I'm at. And so before my doctor doesn't just say, okay, no problem, you're good. She sends me these questions. So I'm going to review the questions with you. So those are questions that you can ask yourself or you can be prepared to answer for your doctor when you're ready to titrate up. So the first question she asks is, what is your most recent weight? She wants to know, how much do you weigh right now? So she can see, what's going on with my weight. Is it increasing? Am I decreasing? I guess if I was losing a lot of weight, she might say, whoa, wait, no. We don't need to titrate up. You're fine. But that's not the case for me right now. Then she asked, she wants to confirm the dose that I'm on, which is good. Confirm that I am taking the 12.5. And then she said she wanted to know about side effects. So the side effects she wanted to know about was, am I having any bowel difficulties? I have not had any in a really long time. I'm doing really great on that front. I've only had maybe 2 issues where it was, very difficult to pass things through. But overall, I've been on this medication for 9 months. I haven't really experienced any side effects. The next thing is, are you having any nausea? I haven't had any nausea on Zepbound, but I do have friends who are on Wegovy or the compound semaglutide, and they're telling me that they get so nauseous that one of my friends said she's coming off of it. She's like, I can't deal with it. I'm nauseous all the time. So I haven't had that experience. And for those of you who may be on semaglutide and have that experience, you may want to ask your doctor to prescribe Zepbound, my doctor told me because it has a dual agent, it helps with those side effects. So that's something you may want to look into, talk to your doctor about. Again, as always, talk to your doctor. I'm just one gal. This is my journey that I'm sharing with all of you. The next question, the fifth question she asks is, are you having any abdominal pain, right? Are you having any abdominal pain? Because we know that that is a possible side effect. But thankfully, no, I haven't had any of that. So then the next set of questions are around nutrition and intake, right? So she's asking, are you able to drink the recommended 64 ounce of water? Can you get it down, right? And of course, I can get it down. Do I get to 64 every day? No, not every day. But if I focus on drinking 64 ounces of water, I wouldn't have a problem getting it down. And then she's asking, are you able to eat 3 meals a day, including your protein? Can you get in your 3 meals a day, including your protein? And for me, that's no problem. Like I can eat 3 meals a day. My concern was I was eating too much in a single setting. I was eating a little bit more than I typically did. Not like I used to eat, not at all like I used to eat. But I noticed I was eating and munching and snacking more than I would typically do on the medication. And then the final question is, then she says, if you answer no to the side effects, no side effects, and yes to the intake questions, like yes, you can get all those things down, then do you feel like you're ready for an increase in your dose? So that's what she's asking. And to that I said yes. I feel like I'm ready. I answered all the questions, and then my doctor approved the 15 milligrams. So I'm excited about that. So I'm excited to try it to see how it makes me feel. I haven't started it yet because I still have a couple weeks left of the 12.5. So I'm going to finish that out, and then I'll start the 5 milligrams. And I'll let you all know. I'll let you know how I'm feeling, how it's going, if I have any side effects, if I'm like, whoa, this is really strong, I need to go back down to 12.5. I will share all of that with you regarding my journey. Okay. And I also want to share with you to remember that everybody is different, right? Some of you will reach your goal weight, and you'll lose a ton of weight on 2.5 milligrams. Like I've met people in the community that it didn't take 15 milligrams for them to get to their goal weight, and they were heavy too, right? So some of them were heavier, some were less, but everybody's different. So you'll have to really focus on yourself. You really need to know yourself, and you need to advocate for yourself. So even if a doctor is saying, we got to get you up to 15 milligrams, you're only on 5, let's keep it going. Every month, let's go up. You can say to your doctor, you know what, let's slow it down. I'm losing at a decent pace on 5 milligrams. I don't think I need to be up to, a 10 or 15 right now. Let me take my time and get there. Advocate for yourself, because some doctors are pushing people to continue to, increase the dose and titrate up, but you might not need to. The other thing I want you to tell you, and I always say this, is that comparison is the thief of joy. And that we each have to run our own race. So you may look to your left and look to your right and be like, oh my gosh, she lost 100 pounds. Oh my gosh, he's already at 90 pounds and I'm only at 50 pounds. Everybody, you're going to get there. I believe I'm going to get there. And I don't believe I need any more surgeries to get there. I feel like the medication works, and it doesn't work by itself. I have to do my part, and it does its part. But it's a powerful medication, and I feel really grateful and blessed to have it. But I'm running my own race, and I want you to run your own race too, okay? I'm excited to increase my dose because I think it's really going to break this plateau. And but again, I have to do my part. I have to do the exercise 4 to 5 times a week. My goal is 5. And I have to do the nutrition. I need to do weight training to make sure that I'm not losing as much muscle. That's really important. Maybe I'll do an episode on that too. So let me do a quick recap. But before I do, I do want to remind all of you, if you haven't already, we have a Facebook group. We're doing a weight loss challenge on our Facebook group. The Facebook group is called Zepbound Transformation Tribe. Zepbound Transformation Tribe. And I'm going to extend it a few more weeks because I've been traveling. I haven't been able to be as involved. So I wanted to lead up to Christmas because I want you guys, instead of having to create New Year's resolutions, I want you for weight loss, right? Because that's what many of us do. I want you to be able to go into the new year having momentum of already losing weight. So that's what we're doing. It's a challenge in Zepbound Transformation Tribe on our Facebook group. Come on over. I'll let you in the group. Send me a note if for some reason you can't get in. Let me know. We'd love to have you over there. And also for those of you who don't know but are interested in building out your YouTube channel, I'm doing something amazing for Black Friday. Something very fresh and new for people who want to build their brands. They want to have an online presence. They really want to reach and impact more people. I was able to monetize my channel in 45 days. And I want to help anybody out there who's interested in that do the same. So all you have to do is connect with me. I'll leave a link here. You can sign up for our case study group, and then we'll talk about where you are and what you need and how I can support you. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. And that is the first question that you need to be prepared to answer is what your current weight is. The next question is what your prescription is, how many milligrams are you currently on? If you're thinking about titrating up, these are questions that your doctor should be asking, but if not, you should be asking yourself, are there any side effects? Like, how are you feeling? Any bowel difficulties, any nausea, any abdominal pain that you're experiencing on your current dose? Then you need to be thinking about your nutrition intake, right? Are you able to drink the water that you're supposed to be drinking, 64 ounces a day? Are you able to get in 3 meals a day? Including your protein. Now, for me, my nutritionist wants me to get in 120 grams of protein. Can you believe it? That's a lot, but I'm a big girl. So 120 grams of protein, at minimum 100. I get in a lot of protein, but sometimes I don't hit those numbers, but that's the goal. So you should be asking yourself, can you get to the goal that your doctors, your nutritionist has set for you? And then if you can answer these questions, yes, you're getting in the food and nutrition, and no, you're not having any side effects, then you need to be asking yourself, am I ready to increase my dose? Am I ready to increase my dose? And if all of those are a go, then you might be ready to titrate up. Okay, so I just wanted to share all that with you. And remember to do what's right for you. Do what's right for you. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. I would love to hear from you. I want to know how everybody is doing. I welcome any questions and any comments. So please feel free to ask me whatever you want along this weight loss journey. I'm happy to respond to you. I respond to every single comment. So please feel free. There's no silly question. And if you're somebody who's considering it, you're not even on the medication yet, please feel free to ask me questions. I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to do your due diligence and gather as much information as you possibly can. So thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, I want you to go out there and be bold, because it takes boldness to advocate for yourself, to ask all those questions, to make sure that you're getting the health care that you deserve, that you desire and you deserve. I want you to be brave, right? Because it takes courage to bump up to the next step, right? You don't know what's going to happen, or you're going to have side effects. We don't know, but it takes courage to do that. You got to be brave. And I want you to be brilliant, because you are. You're absolutely brilliant. And people are watching you. They are watching your transformation, right? I'm watching you too. I see those pictures posted in our Facebook group, and you look amazing. You look fantastic. So, and I'm getting all kinds of good reports. No more pre-diabetics. Cholesterol is down. You're sleeping well. No more sleep apnea. All the great things. So you're absolutely brilliant. Keep shining so that other people can be inspired by you, and they can go on their own journey of health and wellness. So thank you so much for joining. Take care. I'll be posting more videos real soon. Take care. Bye for now. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe so that you get notifications when the episodes drop. Bye-bye. Love you guys.